Good morning, Chairman Buckley and committee members. Thank you for the opportunity to be included in today's invited testimony regarding the committee substitute for SB8. My name is Benny Soileau, and I'm the Superintendent of Huffman ISD. I'm representing TAMS, TARS, TAX, and TREA. Collectively, we represent 900 small and rural and mid-sized school districts in the state of Texas, and we are testifying in opposition to the committee substitute for SB8, also referred to as the Parent Bill of Rights. While we oppose this bill, we fully support the rights of parents. We are clearly defined in Chapter 26 of the Texas Education Code. Under current law, parents are empowered to make decisions about their child's academic program. They have full access to instructional materials, assessments, information, records regarding their child, and more. Also, under the Public Education Grant, or PEG, parents have the choice to transfer their child to another public school or school district if their child's campus receives an F rating from the state. Our opposition is not related to parental rights, empowerment, or choice. Rather, it's based on the following 4 reasons. First, vouchers divert public tax dollars that would otherwise fund public schools. As you know, the Texas Constitution, Article 7, Section 1, makes clear that it shall be the duty of the legislature to state and establish and make suitable provisions for the support and maintenance of an efficient system of public free schools. Furthermore, the creation of an education savings account, otherwise referred to as a voucher, does not help to maintain an efficient system of an already underfunded school system. Rather, it diminishes the financial stability of all school districts in Texas by reducing monies that would otherwise flow through the state. The impact of this harm is exacerbated in our districts our size, in the small and mid-sized school districts, certainly, due to the diseconomies of scale and the fact that schools are forced to spread the same costs for facilities, transportation, personnel, and instruction over a smaller revenue stream. Any diversion of funding can have catastrophic consequences for the whole community, as Mr. Chambers commented on just a moment ago, not just the school and its children. Historically, the spending on voucher programs in other states has increased over time, while the funding for public schools in those same states has decreased while their enrollment grows. Furthermore, according to Raise Your Hand Texas, our state is currently $4,000 behind the national average in per pupil spending, and the basic allotment for our spending has not increased since 2019 when HB3 was passed. With double-digit inflation, the cost of educating our students has become increasingly difficult without increases to school funding. Second, we oppose this bill because it attempts to reform the STAR test in exchange for a voucher program. While we appreciate the bill's intent to address the well-known deficiencies of the STAR test, we do not believe it should be part of a voucher negotiation. The STAR test deserves and requires reform without any need to also pass a voucher bill. We stand ready to work with the legislative body to discuss meaningful reform to our state's assessment and accountability system. Third, we oppose this bill because it favors unregulation of private schools. Common talking points we hear regarding private school accountability is that school choice is its own accountability, and parents are empowered to hold the private schools accountable. If that is indeed true and acceptable to this legislative body, we would expect the same form of accountability for parents that choose public schools, one without state oversight, regulations, ratings, and sanctions. The fact is, our taxpayers expect accountability for how their tax dollars are being used. And taxpayer-funded vouchers with no transparency or accountability are not fiscally responsible. It is a double standard that is reckless and ultimately reduces funding to an already underfunded system. Furthermore, while this bill prioritizes special education students for a voucher, it does not require that private schools provide the state and federal protections or guarantee the same level of funding for students with special education needs. Fourth, we oppose this bill because it limits access to all families. The use of the term school choice is misleading. Vouchers do not guarantee school choice option for parents and families. Rather, it funds a system that empowers private schools the choice to choose their students with no accountability. Furthermore, access to private schools is generally limited in rural areas, which forces our families to fund a program they cannot access. So finally, we ask that you consider the following recommendations which have been provided to you. I won't read through those. In closing, as an American author and educator, Neil Postman once said, "Public education isn't important because it serves the public. It's important because it creates the public." Chairman Buckley and members of the committee, it would be a travesty if the legislature foregoes the billions of dollars available to Texas and this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to invest in our public school children at the expense of a voucher program steeped in politics. Therefore, we respectfully ask that you oppose the committee substitute to SB8 and make public education and the 5.5 million Texas students we serve your priority this legislative session. Thank you for your time, and I'm happy to answer any questions.